Going. All right, everybody. So, gonna build the watch list for tomorrow. I am super annoyed, but I'm gonna get over it because I made a couple of awesome videos showing you two live trades from start to finish that I took on Delta Airlines. And of course, because I have multiple screens set up, it recorded on the wrong screen, so I pretty much got to throw out the entire videos. However, I will show you what I did. I just wish I had it live. I'll make more videos, don't worry, guys. Just these were great videos. I'll toot my own horn. Just super annoys me. So I'll show you those before I start the watch list. But there you go, guys, right? So market's still moving up. Again, there's Trump and people have been saying a V-shaped recovery, whatever that looks like. So far, we're doing somewhat of a V, right? So we'll see, if it's going to continue up and keep rising. But again, if you're new and you're like, well, how does the stock market go up when the country's closed? Very simple, guys. Quantitative easing, QE, it's been used since 2008, or the threat of using QE, might get people to buy, right? So if the Fed says they're going to print money and buy the stock market back up, if you try to short it when they're going to buy it back up, that's where you can get burnt. So if you're wondering why the stock market's going up, I don't think they've used it yet, but they said they would if they needed to. And so that could explain why we keep going up. So we can see some resistance right here, kind of right around that 313. If it can get above that, actually, what's that? That 314. This candlestick, what is that one? 314.16. If that can continue up, I'd look at some resistance right around that. Upwards around that 315 to 317 area. So we've got to watch and see if that will continue up. But let me show you what I did today with Delta Airlines. Super annoyed. It is what it is. So with Delta Airlines, let me go DAL. All right. So Delta Airlines had a breakout today right here. And you can see it broke out above that kind of that 2786 area. And then you can see there was a gap right there that price is looking to potentially fill. So I'm going to make that line a little bit darker. So that's that 28, I don't know what you want to call that, 28, 30 or 40 something area. And you can see still kind of an inverse head and shoulders on Delta Airlines. So show you guys, I'm more of a scalper kind of trader. So I was scalping this one. What I want to show you guys, let me put up the show trades button. Let me hit apply. So you'll see I was scalping 1,000 share blocks. This is my IRA account. So you'll see, what was I looking at here? Okay, so you can see these are the two trades I took. You'll see some resistance. There was some resistance, that 2846, and then that 2857-ish level at high a day, right up over here, right? So what I was doing is I looked over here, I came in, what time is this? 2:15-ish right here. And you'll see there was some support kind of right around this area. And at the time, it went out to like kind of right around here. I was connecting to that hammer right down in here, right? So you'll see I came in right over in here, and I got in at 28.31 because what I was looking at, if you see, if I connect this peak over to this one down here, you can see this peak coming down over in here. You can see kind of a bull flag. And I was looking to take this as an anticipation of a break of this angular resistance off this flag right here. And you'll see I got in at 28.31, which is this kind of this flagpole candlestick. And then you'll see that second candlestick, that 5 minute, formed a hammer and held. So when it broke out, I was putting in the video, I wanted to see that 28.30-ish level hold. And then we're looking, again, this area right here, looking at a break of that 28.40 right in here. Right? So it held this hammer, or the hammer held support, and then I was looking in anticipation of a break of 28.40, and then see if it can get above that, kind of that 28.47 area, and see where it moved towards high a day. So you'll see it held the hammer, and then you had another move, big blue candle, or bullish candlestick up, and it held above that 28.46 level. And you can see that resistance right here. And then you'll see the next candle was kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, kind of a, whatever you want to call that candle. It was kind of tweezer topping. And I was like, it was right here showing some potential bearishness. And I was like, I'll take my profits. And that's when I got out. So you'll see I got in at 28.31. I was out at 28.46 off this candle right here because it wasn't a bullish hold like you see here, so I took my profits. That was a 15-cent move. Now, that's a really nice looking trade. What I want to show you, even almost more important, was the one that was not so nice, where I got kind of trapped a little bit, but I didn't get shook out, and it ended up being a profitable trade. So you'll see kind of there was like this consolidation down right here, right? So I'm going to remove this drawing here. And you'll see right here's what I was looking at. If you guys connect kind of down here, right? So connect these base levels and then connect these peak levels right here. You'll see when I zoom out, I was saying, oh, okay, this is a possible cup and handle, a falling wedge. And then you can see that really nice bullish hammer right there with volume. And I was like, all right, that's perfect. I'm going to get in on the break of this 5 minute hammer in anticipation of a move towards high a day, right? On that cup and handle. Well, look what happened. I got in right here at that 28.45 and then got that bearish, bearish hammer, or bearish spinning top pattern. And what did it do? It came back, so it breaks out, comes back down and retests. And you'll see here, this hammer, this bearish kind of looking hammer right here, held support, which was at basically the base of this hammer that I got in at the break. So I didn't let that one shake me out. And so you'll see it kind of went down towards that support level. And then you'll see it kind of recovered. And now you'll have that kind of this bullish candlestick right here. And then I was saying, okay, this might be setting up for a possible break back above that 28.50-ish level towards high a day, right? So what happened was it did that. So it held support. And then that price was riding that 9 EMA. And then you'll see it goes and it breaks high a day right here at that 28, that 58 level. And then you'll see there was that second 5 minute candle that came in, tweezer tops. And that's when I was like, I actually think I stayed in still on that one because I was still up. I was like, I'll give it a little bit more. And then I got out at, as it was starting to fail right down, right in this candle here. I was seeing some weakness. Let me go to the 1 minute chart, show you better. So you'll see. So here's where it was, guys. You look at this 1 minute chart. I got in at the break right over here, and look at that. It just kind of like dumped back down. It held support, traded sideways for a bit, didn't get shook out, and then I got out on this candlestick right here because I was like, I gave it like some of the tops right here, seeing if it was going to hold, and then they had that, that dragonfly doji candle. And then when I saw this bearish candle right here, I was like, all right, I'm out. So that one was 28.45, basically, 44 to 45. So that was, first one was about a 15-cent scalp. This is like 9 or 10-cent scalp. Awesome. Welcome, Giabone. So those were 2 scalps. I traded these. I recorded it live for you guys, but of course whatever. It recorded the wrong screen. So me and technological issues just never seem to work out right. But that was a nice couple scalps right there off Delta Airlines. So again, what I'm showing you guys, this is applied to any stock you want to trade. I'm doing it. I like more larger caps kind of stocks. Oh, Namakita, what's up? Dan's texting me. Hold on. I don't know why he's saying, huh. I'm streaming, dude. I'm going to put dude. Kind of be douchey. I call Dan. He never answers, or he puts me on note. I call him no-no. And if you're like, why do you call it no-no? Yeah, I call him no-no for no notifications, because Dan likes to put his phone that goes straight to voicemail a lot of times. Annoys the hell out of me. And then, so now he's calling me and asking me. He gives me emoji of like, huh, like wondering what I'm doing. I'm streaming, dude. You know, all you got to do is go to the YouTube. I'm a YouTube sensation. You'll see me streaming. Namakita, what's my outlook on Delta Airlines moving forward? Well, good question. Now that it's filled that gap, you absolutely want to see it hold hands down, basically the top of this candle. You want to see it get above that 2866 level. If it can go move up there, you can see some right around that 30 to 3059 area, so it could have some potential room to go. So this one could still be bullish, a little bit overextended at the moment, but if the market keeps going up, you'd think that it may continue going. It's a little bit overextended. Again, look at some support levels at the base of this gap right in here, or even right down that 2792-ish area. All right, Facebook user says, good evening, Mr. Lucian. Mr., thank you. I genuinely appreciate you guys. Been learning tons from you and the BB website. Awesome, love to hear it. Yeah, so Matt, that's a very good question. As a new trader, I found it hard to take heat early in the trade like you did on the second trade. What made you keep going with it, the support level? Yeah, well, first of all, it takes a long time and lots of trades to get comfortable with it. And you don't necessarily ever just become completely comfortable with it, right? So I wasn't comfortable, I guess you'd say, with it. But it was that base of that hammer on that right here. Those hammers, very important. You'll see it was this right here. Where was it? See, it's a nice hammer right here. So I just could draw, like, put a line right here, and you'll see if you just went off a 5-minute candle close below that hammer, well, if you look, I got kind of right here. It was a nice trade, right? And then what did it do? It fell back down. You'll see this hammer didn't close below this hammer. So if you're just looking on that hammer right there, if I waited for a 5-minute candle close below that, a lot of times I don't even let 5-minute candle closes happen. But on something like this one, you know, or a bigger stock, I'd feel more comfortable. On a small cap stock, you know, you got to be careful. You don't necessarily have as much of that luxury a lot because there's a lot of pumping and dumping. But since this is also kind of a larger cap, bigger name stock, you know, you can see that was a bullish hammer. This one came down and it didn't close below. Plus, he had that 50 SMA on a 5-minute below that hammer a little bit more. So I was only, you know, like 3 cents lower. So I still had that. And I had the 9 and the 20 above each other. So that's what kind of kept me going. All right, so let's build the watch list for tomorrow. How did our alerts do today? Oh, Angel built the watch list last night. I was like, wait a second, I don't see the alerts. So thank you to Angel for building the watch list. MGM. You're welcome, Matt. Let me take a look at MGM. Well, it's holding its highs going into the close. Oh, it's definitely bullish. So that's what you like. I would put that on the watch list here. It's a bit overextended. It could keep going. Look at some resistance right around that 2130-ish level. See if it can hold that 2043. And, got some support in that 1890. Could still go up. If the market goes up, it could go up. I just wouldn't necessarily buy out here. If you're still in it, it could still have some potential room to go. All right, let me try to get rocking and rolling on this watch list here. I can't wait to get this. I got that, whoever told me, who was that on the stream that told me the other day to buy that carpal tunnel bracelet from Amazon? I think that's coming this afternoon. I'm looking forward to that because I get that kind of my... Right, I don't know. I hope it helps with, like, you guys know it being at your, I don't know what that, being at your computer all day. I got that. Ah, there we go. Possible. So this is what I like, guys. Goes up, pulls back, off the 9 EMA. Might be setting up for a potential breakout. Hexo. You'll see it has a history of pumping and dumping. It's a small cap, sub $1 stock, so we'll put Hexo on the watch list. Let's see. You can see there's... This is where it gets nasty. Like these small cap stocks have a... doing support and resistance on these are very... it's all over the place. It's kind of choppy. That's why I personally like more of the larger cap or the... more of the higher float or larger cap stocks. So this one right here, you can see, 89. Let's say, well, there's a gap right there at that 102. There's a potential gap right on that 10. Let's see if this can pump up to fill that gap just above the dollar. Price holding MAs on daily. Watch for possible pump and see if price can fill gap just above $1. So that's Hexo. Looking forward to becoming a member. You guys are the best. Thanks, Namakita. We'd love to have you. How's Viraj doing today, Namakita? What's my buddy doing? Is he out there enjoying the weather? Is he doing any sports today? Or is he studying? Is he going to study stocks this summer? Study up on his stocks? Let's see here. This one may be creeping. I'm not going to put that one on. I was just reading your post on Jason Gleason. Yeah, it seems like the riots, nobody cares about it with the stock market, huh? Still keeps going up. Riots around the country shut down, keep it going, keeps it going up. I'm sure the bears are losing their dang minds right now. KOSS Cosmos Energy. This one maybe still... If it can break that 204 area, this one may have some room. to slowly grind up. Let's take a look on the hourly. If it can break that 205 level, that one might be interesting. Let's see. Well, it's kind of holding support. Do I want to put this one on? I don't know if I'm going to put that one on. He was there. Viraj was there. He said, hi, what's up? Then he went to play outside with his friends, biking and basketball mostly. Love it. It's still a little cloudy, but the sun's poking out in Connecticut here today, so we will see. I love hearing that. Biking and basketball. Love it. He will take your courses with you, or courses with you this summer. He's very excited about it. Love it. What's he like to do? Is he does he want to day trade, swing trade, options, futures? What's he interested in? DSS. Let me take a look at that. DSS. Possibly. It needs to get above that 200 SMA. I'm personally not a fan of these with all those crazy high wave candles, but yeah, it's so choppy. So sorry, when I see charts like this, it just makes my head spin. I'm not a fan of them. You guys are the best. You do options trading? Absolutely. We have tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff on options trading. We have 2 options courses. If you guys will see on our site over, where the heck is it? Right over here, we have a basic options course. We have an advanced options course that teaches you basically all the different strategies. And then if you're a yearly member, right under here where it says take trading to the next level, if you become a yearly member, we're only $150 for the entire year right now, guys. So $150 for a year. That's what most trading companies charge per month. But in our next level trading that we have right over here, we have a ton of videos on all the different strategies and popular strategies of actually how to trade and implement the options. So never mind. On top of that, Tim does real-time trade alerts here with options, where we do actually real-time options alerts as well. So we do a lot, guys, a lot. We provide you guys a lot, and we don't price gouge. So keep signing up in droves so then we can keep the price lower, right? Keep it lower for you guys. But as you guys can see, I mean, we're just kind of a homegrown kind of community. So people like Sig, I always call him Sig. It is Mike, but he went by Sig for so long in the trade room. People like Mike and Rose and Creed all came from the community. So not a whole lot yet. Did I look at DSS? Yeah, I think I already did, right? I looked at DSS. SRNE. Let me take a look. Yikes. Don't like that right now. I'll tell you what. Those of you guys, there's a lot of position traders that'll take this and they'll hold, man. They'll get in and they'll hold through this dump. Me personally, man, when I see something like this, I'm taking my profits. But there's a lot of people out there, pardon my French, that have a lot of balls that will take this and they'll hold through all this, right? They might get a position, whatever, back in here, and they'll still hold down here. And I'm like, shit, if I got in at $1, $2, and it goes up to $9, I'm taking my profits and get out, right? But there's a lot of people that'll take this and they'll stay in it. But I don't know. I mean, it's looking bearish at the moment. It could go down and fill that gap down below. But me personally, when I see something break out like this, I'm taking my profits. You know, that's just me personally. I don't have the cojones to hold way out there. Nope. Yeah, I do more of like a, it's kind of like a, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's day trading. It's not really swing trading, but I do more of larger cap. So I'll show you on my next watch list build, when I do the swing trade watch list, I'll show you what I do. What I do, you could apply to penny stocks. It's a little bit more. I trade 5-minute setups, get in on a 1 minute, and then I let the 5-minute setups form and then get out. You can't really do that as much with low float penny stocks because the 5-minute setups usually kind of suck, or they could be volatile or super crazy high wave candles. But what I do on a 5-minute, if you want to do it on low floaters, just do it on a 1 minute, right? So you just change the time frame. So I like more larger cap stocks between 15 to 25 cents. Stuff like basically that Delta Airlines trade today. That's a perfect example. I like kind of larger, reputable companies. Get a good 5-minute setup, get in on a 1 minute, let the 5-minute play out, and then, obviously map out support and resistance, scalp throughout it. And, so I'm kind of I don't know if you want to call it I am kind of a scalper. I guess you'd say I am a scalper on larger cap stocks, trading them, day trading them. So whatever you want to call that. So that's me personally. But I'm actually going to start doing more spreads. I'm actually working on some strategies right now that, and basically the past couple months or so is the first time since we've really been doing bullish bears that I've actually had free time to trade. This entire time, if you guys notice, I'm making all the videos and was doing all the website stuff. Now I'm actually getting a chance to actually trade. So, we started Bullish Bears almost 4 years ago. I never had a chance. I don't get a chance to because we're always making videos and courses. You can see all those courses we have. It just took so much to put that stuff together. So now that's where keep me in your thoughts and prayers. And if you don't pray, your juju, if you like the universe, whatever it is, put good vibes, positive vibes my way so that you guys will know my brain can only do one thing at a time. So perfect example today. I did 2 things at a time. I was teaching and trading. I was making a video. And then what happens? My freaking technology doesn't work. Super annoying. So I'll start making those videos for you guys and show you guys. It'll be hopefully easier for you to see. Man, not a lot. Energy transfer. Oh yeah, so that was that. What was that other one I was just looking at? ET. What's that other one? BE? BE? BEET? No, that's not that one. Energy transfer. Am I going to put this one on? Yeah, this one might be setting up for a possible break of 860. Possibly. Potentially. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, it's got still kind of that cup and handle. You can see an inverse head and shoulders within a cup and handle. That $9 resistance at that base of the gap. You can see that daily gap between that 9 and that 10.16. So this one could be interesting. $9. Let's see. Inverse head and shoulders within cup and handle. Watch for possible move up with resistance at gap $9. That was, what is that? ET. phone home. All right, so what do you guys, let me see your comments. You're down 2,000. That's on what? The cojones. I'd say balls. I'll just say balls. Trigger some people, right? Some people will like it, some people won't. What kind of setups do I look for? So my favorite setups are basically the one I kind of got. I don't say not burnt on. It wasn't burnt, but I like 5-minute bull flag pullbacks, right? So I like stuff like this. It goes up, pulls back, gives a hammer, right? So I like stuff like this, you know, or I'll look, you know, again, so kind of like as it's consolidating near the 9 EMA. I don't like when it's way out here. I like stuff when it's closer right here, right? So closer down here, a 5-minute pullback. I'm not a huge fan when it's farther away from the moving average lines. I like to let it go up or let the patterns form and just kind of smaller candlesticks. I ideally like this stuff. I like a clean hammer, right? So it kind of goes up. The one I actually got shook out a little bit was actually more of my favorite, right? I will ideally like it as it's going up like this. But, you know, later on during the day where it's not so crazy in the morning, I like coming in the afternoons, letting the patterns play out, and then say, okay, cool, I'll risk off this smaller candle for a potential move up to high a day, and then scalp it, you know? So that's ideally kind of, but I like ideally this. I like to see this moving up with ideally kind of a bullish hammer somewhere down here. So if you got like, it's not really showing it, but picture a bullish hammer somewhere near this 9 EMA right up in here. I like it closer to it to manage my risk better. And then as it breaks out, I let the 5-minute candles form. And then when I get like a lower high or, like a lower high, depending if it's near resistance, then I'll consider taking my profits. And I keep my risk very small. I typically won't risk a whole candle many times. I just like really small losses. What indicators to use? Just basically what you see here. You'll see I have the 9 and the 20 EMA, the 50 and the 200 SMA, previous close, and VWAP. And that's it. And moving average lines, I use more of a guide. I really like that 9 EMA. I love the 9 EMA. You know, when something pulls back to that 9 EMA and holds, I like that level, you know, kind of that short term or shorter term momentum level. And I like bull flag pullbacks to the 9 EMA. If you guys notice, you'll see most of the stocks I put on the watch list are daily pullbacks like above that 9 EMA, you know, or above the moving average lines right above here for the breakout. You'll see most of the ones, you know, stuff like this. I would have put this one on right over here. Not now, but you'll see as it's moving, it's closing above. I like when it's above all the moving average lines as a pullback on the breakout. So basically what I'm showing you on the daily, stuff like this is what I start to look for on a 5-minute. But I'm also aware of something like this head and shoulders pattern. But I'll look, you'll see price above the 9 EMA, small candle. I might consider taking a risk on something like this if this is, let's say, a 5-minute for a potential move up to high a day. Let's see. I might put this one on ADMP. You can see some resistance between 55 cents up to 65 cents. Now, again, this is a penny stock, a sub $1 stock. So, possible price above 9 EMA on daily. Watch for possible pump with resistance between 55 to 65 cents. Remember, guys, I'm just showing you, I'm putting these on for technicals. I have no clue the fundamentals of these penny stocks. So a lot of times I'll put the technicals on here, and you guys, there's some of you guys that are doing the fundamentals or following this. You know, I'm looking for a possible pattern breakout. You guys may have already seen this coming, or some of you may have already had entries previously because there might be news or some things that are coming out on these penny stocks. So, you know, do your due diligence on these. These might, you know, again, it just might be a pattern breakout, or news might happen, or it could break down, you know. But a lot of times you'll see these small cap stocks. I'll put them on the watch list, and I won't even realize somebody else is talking about it on Stock Twits or something else, and it's ready to break out, or it's got some news coming, you know. NIO, let's see. Yeah, Matt, I'll be doing some live streaming in the future, definitely. No, deluxe membership is the yearly. Where do you see deluxe? I got to change that. I got to change the wording on it. Deluxe is yearly, so it's not separate. Deluxe is the yearly membership. We called it deluxe in the past. Those reasons for it. We worked for a company that in the past, Dan and I, that used to, let's see here. Yeah, deluxe is, yeah, it's yearly. I got to change that just to say yearly. That's the same thing. So yeah, it's the same thing. There's nothing additional. So yep, that's the right one. So we used to work for a communications company, and one of their packages was called Deluxe. So when we first did Bullish Bears and started it, I was like, dude, we should call it, what was it? It was something else, and Basic and Deluxe. So I was doing it more of a joke because it was a previous employer that we worked for that one of their business packages was Deluxe. I got to change it. It sounds cheesy now. So, yeah, I got to remember to... That's why I was saying, guys, don't keep me out of those forums because then I'll get distracted and I'm not doing other stuff. So, for right now, we call it Deluxe. The advanced options course, Farouk, is on our website under advanced options, but to actually like implement it, that's under the yearly membership. That's where you get all the videos. There's a ton of videos that Sig did. Someone said NI Namakita NIO. Yeah, so it's a bit overextended right now. So this is where I stay away from it when it's way out here. But at this point, you want to see if it can hold that 566 level. If it can, ideally you want to see it then get above $6, that whole dollar amount right up in here. And then, who knows? You know what I mean? There's some daily gaps up here. It could continue up. I just don't buy when it's way out here. What I'm looking for is stuff like this right here. I'm looking for this candle. As it's going out here, I'm not taking entry. If I'm swing trading and stuff like that, I'm looking for right here. If I got an entry down here, then I would consider holding through this. But so far, our day trading watch list is not so hot at the moment. MRO, I might consider MRO. Possible kind of flag, cup and handle. 604 on up to 625, 615. I might put MRO on. Cup and candle on 1 hour. Watch for possible move up with resistance between 6:05 to 6:25 area. 6:05. I'm not picking my nose. I don't know if this might remind me that my nose hairs might be growing in again, so I might have to trim the nose hairs, guys. You guys know last time I pulled a hair out, I'm not going to do that because I bought the nose trimmers after I pulled a hair out on the stream. Some of you guys are probably like, you're disgusting and whatever. Well, good news, I bought nose trimmers after that. So now, as I'm itching myself, I don't know if it's my beard that's itching my nose or a nose hair. So I think I might it might be time to trim my nose hairs again. But it's not even hairs. I get like one. I get like one in one nostril and one in the other. So when it starts itching me on the streams, maybe I'll just do a nose hair stream, like trim because then I'll forget, and then my next stream. So I almost think I gotta, like, when I start itching my nose, just trim it when I'm on the stream so I don't forget. So basically, Frank says, so basically I look for setups with pullbacks, then reversal candles. Yeah, so I'm trading mostly in my IRA. So I got to be very bullish. I'm bullish bias, obviously, unless I'm doing options or something like that. But as far as just shares, I'm bullish bias, obviously, in an IRA because you can't short. And yeah, I use that 9 EMA as a guide. So basically what I'm doing on the daily watch list, or like what I'm doing for the watch list, I'm looking for that on a 5-minute setup. Right here. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Right here. Pretend that's a 5-minute right here. That blue line's a 9 EMA. I like the 9 over the 20. And then I'll look, let's say, just pretend this is like high a day over here. Whatever the heck. Come on. All right. Just say like that's high a day. And this is a 5-minute chart. You'll see there's kind of a bull flag pullback. And then I'm looking to get in at the break of this candle in anticipation of a high a day. This is the 9 EMA, this pullback. I get in at the break of this, and then I watch, pretend these are 5-minute candles, and then I'll either ride the 9 EMA. Now, this is riding closely. I would have taken profit right on that candle, right? So that would have been a doji reversal candle on a 5-minute. I would have gotten in, let's say this was intraday, 696, and then I would have been out at 718 right there. So if this is, pretend that's a 5-minute chart, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Those bull flags, small little candles. I risk off a small candle, trade a breakout. So I'm day trading it. I'm not swing trading it, but I'm holding it like kind of those 5-minute setups. Again, on low floaters, forget it. You're not going to do this on a 5-minute. If it's a low floater, then instead of pretending this is a 5-minute chart, pretend this is a 1-minute chart. So if this is a low floater, I would have gone in right here, pretend this is a 1-minute stock. I would have been on 1 minute, 2 minute, and then I'm out on that 3rd minute right here. Now you're lucky if you're trading low floaters. You're kind of lucky to be in them for 3 minutes. Many times you're in them for 3 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, depending on how low the float is. If you don't want all the volatility of a low floater, you can trade high float small cap stocks. So just find stocks that say like over 100 million. And then if you're trading high float small cap stocks, then you can be in many of them for several minutes. You won't get as much of a pump, but you also won't get as much of a dump. So you won't, with high floaters, you're not going to get stocks that are going to go from $1 to $5 in the same day. You know, sometimes, but not really. But you'll get $1 that moves up to $1.20 or 30 or 40 or 50, right? So the higher float just is less pumping, less dumping. Higher or less risk, less reward. Low floats, high risk, high reward. You rode the pen wave. You think MGN and Win will get a similar one. You're up 15%, looking to exit at 30. Let me look at pen. Wow, yep. Possible cup and handle. Portnoy's going to be happy if that thing breaks out and continues up. Win. Yep, so that one still can continue if it can hold that 91 10-ish area. That could still have some potential room to run. I'm trying to find one more for the day trade watch list. I like that even number of 5. It's my preference. I'll show you the ones I really like in a minute. Clear Channel. Man, that's one that's took a big dump. But it might be setting up. Let's see on the hourly. Choppy, but you can see maybe holding. Well, it's kind of a doji. I might put that one on just for the heck of it. For a small cap to look for. You can see some resistance at 128, 110. You can see some support. Maybe holding there, right? So that might get a pop potentially above $1 with resistance between 110 to 127. This one might have a potential dollar breakout setting up. Price holding 9 EMA on daily. Watch if price can break above $1 with resistance between 110 to 125-ish. All right, so that is that is the day trade watch list. Right there. So we'll see at or above. All right, now I'll start to build the swing trade watch list. Let me see your guys' comments. Whoa, boy, let's bunch of comments. Have a look at oil. Do you have a ticker you want me to look at, K-Money? Quidel, Mark, what is Quidel? Let me see what's the symbol. Q-I-D-E-L. Oh, Qdel. It's bearish at the moment. It's failing that 20 EMA. It's got some 163.51. You have some support at the top of this hammer. See if it can hold that hammer. If not, it could easily fall back down. You can see. Although it could be, well, could be a falling wedge as well. But you got to see right here. You want to see, ideally, it needs to hold that whatever this is, 158-ish area. And you want to see it hold that area and then get out and break out. But at the moment, it's looking bearish. Closed a 60% return on BTE today. Thanks for the alert. So first of all, you're welcome. Second of all, just let's also just want to clarify. I always want to be careful with what I'm doing here, guys. We call them alert setups, right? I don't like to call these alerts. I like to call them setups because these are not, just because these alerts go off doesn't mean to buy them. So I'm not saying you said that, Mark, but just for anybody that's new, These are alert setups because you're taking the trade. So when these alerts fire off, you have to see if the setups are good. So yeah, BTE was on one that was, what was that on? Last week's one? Finally broke out. You can see right here, 33 cents up to 47. That's a pretty nice one on a small cap stock. So that's nice that you got 60% on it. Great job. Me personally, Carlos, for moving average lines, I do a 9 and 20 EMA and 50 and 200 SMA. This recent SPY push seems FOMO. Yeah, it's possible. Well, again, if it's above 300 and supposedly the Fed is going to, they'll do whatever it takes necessary to keep it up. So we'll see how it goes. That 300, very important support level. Scott, I use TrendSpider for more of kind of looking, more swing trading and stuff. Dan loves it still for day trading. I'm still a creature of habit. I'm sure it's great still intraday. I'm a creature of habit. I'm just so used to using Thinkorswim. You'll hear me bitching and moaning about Thinkorswim, but at the same time, they're still fine for my trading style. I'm not trading smaller cap stocks, which, speaking of which, again, some people will listen or they'll ask us like, hey, you make the watch lists, how come you guys aren't talking about it as much or trading them? Again, we have several different streamers. So we're making this watch list there's people around the world. This is a watch list, right? These are alert setups for those that, we try to keep it diverse, right? You'll see that was just the day trade watch list. I'm going to do a swing trade watch list, and that one's diverse as well. Right. So, I try to make it for the penny stocks, those that like penny stocks. Me personally, I like stocks between, $10 to $25. But then I also put couple larger caps on there for those that like options. Right. So our watch lists are geared. You'll see it's a gamut of penny stocks all the way up to large caps because everybody's a different style trader. Right. So like I was saying, my trading style, those 5-minute pullbacks, I wouldn't trade small caps, a lot of them on that, because the 5-minute setups kind of suck on small cap stocks. You don't get great 5-minute setups. But that's my trading style. You can take exactly of my trading style in the 5-minute setup and use these small cap stocks and just trade it on a 1-minute. So pretend what I'm showing you on a 5-minute is a 1-minute, and you're going to use that as your guide, right? I still ideally would like, for the best breakouts, a good 5-minute setup and then and your entry on a 1. Ideally, if you want the nicest breakouts, right? So let's go to, what was I swing trade. Man, I have so many scans. All right, let's see if I can find any setups for you that I'm looking at. Man, you guys got a lot of comments today. Energy stocks. Yeah, the energy. Yeah, it was BTE. Yeah, I was pulling up BE earlier. RP, not sure what you mean. Making finalist of 5 companies on COVID vaccine isn't competitive disadvantage. What do you mean? Work smarter, can't hate on multitasking. I am the worst at multitasking. What does the black line represent? This is the 200 simple moving average, or SMA, right here. So 50 and 200 simple moving, 9 and 20 exponential. Very popular moving average lines. You'll see, guys, this is exactly what I'm like. BTE is exactly what I'm looking for on the watch list usually. A daily setup, small candle, ideally above the 9 EMA, looking for a potential breakout. That's exactly what I'm looking for as best as I can on the daily watch list. We don't always find them every day, obviously. And then pretend this is what I'm looking for on a 5-minute. I'm looking for the same exact setup on a 5-minute to break a high a day or create a new high a day, right? And I like small candle risk. And then when I see something like this on a 5-minute, I'm out. So let's say this is a 5-minute. I let a 5-minute candle form. That next 5-minute candle, I see this, I'm done. I'm taking my profits. I look for a pullback for re-entry. That's my style. Again, that's me on a 5-minute. If you can't do it on a 5-minute, do it on a 1-minute. If this is a low float stock, I'm in here. I'm still in here. I'm out here. Low float stock, in here, out here. In here, out here. Could it keep still going up? Yeah, guys. I mean, low floats, they have a mind of their own. Hindsight's 20/20. You know what I mean? You got to watch the other stuff, and these are crazy candles. Many times, this might be a 50 or a dollar, 50 cent or a dollar candle. Again, not my style. What I'm teaching you, what we teach in our community, what I'm showing you on my style, just put it on a 1-minute to whatever stock you want to trade. That's simple, right? So me personally, I'm not trading a lot of the sub $1 stocks, but what I'm teaching you, you can do on the sub $1 or a dollar stocks or the low floaters. Again, you don't have to use only my strategy. I'm only showing you my specific strategy. I like small little pullbacks to the 9 EMA. Other people like reversals. I mean, you can, again, you might, if you want to short, right? If you're more short and not long bias, then you'd look at a candle like this and you'd see, okay, possible reversal. When price falls below it, you'd take a short as it goes below, use a close above as your stop. That's textbook style. Or other people will wait and, try to short the tops. Shorting tops gets a little bit trickier, but, you could wait for as the price falls below here, close above as your stop, or you could try to find the top, short the top using a candlestick close above as your stop. Man, I am doing a lot today. I haven't even done the swing trade watch list. Plus, you guys got a lot of questions, so I'm trying to answer them. Thank you, Frank. Play has been good to you. 5 is not an even number. Yeah, that's funny. You're right. That's a good point. RP is right. I said, I like an even number, 5. Correct. So I guess you'd say on the watch list, maybe I don't like even number. I like 5. I like 4 seems off to me. I think I'd almost rather have 3 than 4. Why? I don't know. It also looks kind of more uniform on the website when I post stuff, so I don't know. Where do I post the list? I post them right here every night. The day trade and swing trade watch list each night here. You did a little due diligence on BTU. Setup was perfect for a swing trade 9-day hold. Nice. You're welcome, Scott. Low float, anything under 20 million. Really low float, under 10 million. Thank you for your oil analysis. Well, Squishy, thank you for the oil analysis. All right, so let me see if I can find ones on my style. So I like these $15 to $25 stocks, or 10 to 25, because I like really clear support and resistance levels. Or because I like to mitigate my risk. My brain. So I'm very patterned, right? So I really love patterns. That's why when you show me like penny stocks that have high wave candles and stuff, it makes my head spin. You know what I mean? So, but some of you guys love that. That's not my style. So far, I'm not seeing anything I love on these. Swing trade 2 to 6. So as you guys will see, I might scroll through 50 or 100 stocks on a watch list and only come up 2 or 3, right? So again, I'm looking for particular setups. Setups like this. Right here. I want that. I want that hammer candle right here. Or this hammer candle here. I don't want this. So I let it go up, pull back, small candle, off the 9 EMA, right here. That's what I want. So when you see me doing these watch lists, I'm looking for stuff like this on everything that I do. Small candles, stuff like this. Goes right here, comes back down. I want this. I don't want it out there. Doesn't mean it can't go up. Still, I want those small candle pullbacks. That's just my style. What I'm showing you for my style on building the watch list on the daily, and I'm looking for 5-minute setups. If you don't like that stuff, you could do it on a 1 minute. Just change it to a 1 minute if you're a quicker time frame. Stuff like this goes up, comes back down. I want to see these hammers right here. Stuff like that. So far, I'm going through all this, and you'll see I'm not finding any of it. Right here, pull back, bull flag. This is a little bit more overextended, but you'll see it was holding the 200 right here. Bull flag, boom. So I'm looking basically for bull flags kind of within cup and handles, basically. WTRH. Let me take a look at that one. Man, some of these. WTRH. WTRH, you like that one? Let me look. On the daily, I don't like it. See, I like a bullish hammer above here. But, let's see. You like the... Ooh, really? Looks bearish to me. But I could be wrong. It could hold here. I'd like to see it above that 9 EMA. Again, I don't see it clear. This is what I'm looking for, right here. Flag pull up, boom. I want that small little candle right here. That's what I'm looking for. That's my style. Yeah, my black line is the 200 SMA. Facebook. Dang. I'd like to see more of a bullish hammer right here. It's kind of, I like these types of ones, but it could still hold. Let's take a look at the hourly. Possibly, and it's a little, possibly. I'd like to see it above those moving average lines on the hourly. So far, I'm not finding anything I like. Yeesh. This is rough for the swing trade. Now, what I also do, guys, if I don't find something on the watch list or things are not looking so good, I'll let my scan run in the morning, and I'll let whatever ones are breaking out. So if there's something not on the watch list that I like, I let the scan run, let it break out, and then I'll find a handful that are running. So stuff like this right here. Moves up, look either right here or right here, right? That's what I want. I don't like it when it's out here. Doesn't mean it can't go up. I'm just showing you guys what I'm looking for. So I'll let things run in the morning, see which ones are running, and if something's moving up, then I'll throw it up basically like... What am I doing? Right over here. This is what I do. So you'll see I have all these 5-minute setup or charts right here, and I'll see kind of what's running on the day. And so I might just, like, as it's, something's moving up or moving the scanners in the morning, I let something like this. I'll, like, let it run like American Eagle. Oh, that was one today that pissed me off. I was trying to make the video for you guys this morning on a trade. I was recording a trade. I was watching American Eagle. And then I have a setup. It wasn't the exact setup I like, but it's really nice, right? It wasn't above the 9 EMA. But this was on the scanner this morning, and look at that. Beautiful looking hammer, and then that thing broke out. So this is something I will take as well. Ideally like it above the 9 EMA, but you'll see that falling wedge right near that 9 EMA. Boom, broke out. 1136, I would have been out right here at 1186. That's a 50-cent move. I was trying to make a freaking video for you guys. And meanwhile, beautiful 5-minute setup takes off. That would have been a 50-cent move, So what can I do? So I'm not the best at multitasking, but I'm trying for you guys. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying. So hopefully I can get my... Okay, so this one may be interesting. Not exactly what I like, but you can see maybe kind of setting up. You can see some room up to that 24.94. It's above the 9 EMA. Some resistance at that 25.71. Let's look at the hourly. And it might be getting above right here on the hourly. So this one I might put on. So it's got at least a 60-cent potential move. Kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it. Cup and handle-ish, inverse head and shoulders. So kind of a cup and handle-ish. So not what I'm looking for, but this is where something I will consider is it's got some room up to that, basically that $25. So this one I'm actually going to put on. I don't even know what you want to call that. Cup and handle-ish. Watch for possible continuation with resistance around $25. So actually kind of an, if you think about it, and it's inverted cup and handle, right? Kinda, right? So inverted cup and handle-ish. Kinda like that. Kinda like an inverted cup and handle. So I'm going to put FSCT. So that's something that's not what I go for, but it's got it's got room to run up. Great insights. Thanks, James. Bull flags. That's subjective, G-trade. You know what I mean? And also depending what you're considering a swing trade. All right, K Money says, would like to trade futures but not confident about it. Is there any ways you can help with training? So, great news. We have a futures course right under intermediate course. So here's a futures course for you. Plus, Rose streams every Thursday, day and afternoon, live swing trading and showing how to do it. And then we also record her streams and put it back under the if you're logged in or you're a yearly member, under the members only area, we record her streams so you can watch her playbacks as well. SIG also does futures as well. DS. Man, my hand is. Oof, I need that carpal tunnel thing. Well, it's got kind of a dark cloud cover pattern. So that's a bearish setup. So you got to see if it can hold that 230-ish level. If not, it could fall back down. I don't like that dark cloud cover. Yep, great on, Squishy. She streams all day tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow is Thursday. Man, guys, I ain't finding the setups I like on these ones, that's for darn sure. I'm going to do one other last scan, but man, this one ain't good at all. Let's do... $15 to $25. CTS brace is it's mostly for nighttime use. I can't wear it all day long. When do I wear it, Farouk? Oh, you were the one that referred me to it, right, Farouk? When do I wear that dang thing? Can I wear it all the time? I ain't having any luck on mine. Oh, it's 10 to 15. That's what I want. Let me do. There we go. Let's do this one. $10. All right, let's start with this one. No, we'll look at some $10, $10 to $15 ones. See if I can get any of those in there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, actually, let me. I want to do something here real quick. I'm just redoing my scan here. There we go. So I'm scanning for 10 to, or 2 to, let's do this. There we go. So now I got it under one area. I wanted it kind of one spot. APY. This one's not typically what I put on, but that has some potential. That one's got some potential to move up. It's a little bit more overextended than I want. Well, it might. Yeah, it's getting wacky after hours here. Halt. I'm not going to put that one on. It's mostly for nighttime. Since we tend to flex the wrist during the sleep, make sure you don't flex the wrist. Really? Keep it in neutral position. A best thing would be an ergonomic keyboard and the mouse pad with the wrist support. What can I use when I'm doing trading? I feel like my hand it hurts more, not at night. It's when I'm doing trading and I'm always at my right hand. It's always with my mouse that's very irritated. What do I do with that? I have a copper bracelet on. I got this thing right here. It kind of helps. It's not great. DraftKings. Let's see. Draft Kings DKNG. Well, it's a bit overextended. This is what I'm looking for. I don't like it out here, so I'm not sure. I like it down here, but not out here. It could still go up, but I don't know. A personal hand massager. I know. That'd be good. Guys, I gotta try to finish this watch list. This is going way too long today. But I feel like I'm trying to answer your questions. So if I didn't answer your questions, then I'd be done quicker. So I guess that's worth it. I'm sure somebody on YouTube will have something to say, like, can you make the watch list shorter? Sure, I could make a wicked short watch list. And guess what happens? I ain't answering your questions, right? My watch lists are longer because I rant, but then I also... But I also answer your questions. This one may be interesting. This one might have a falling wedge. Kind of a morning star pattern. Let's see on the hourly. Ooh, that's that resistance. 1230. I might put, maybe I'll put, I don't know, 1223 up to 1317. Morning Star, I might put this on. Morning star within falling wedge. Watch for possible breakout around 12:13 with resistance above $13. What is this? 1223. 1223 and resistance above 13. 1223. All right, I think I'll put AKBA, A-K-B-A. Woo, guys. But guess what, guys? I haven't got nothing to do after this anyway. I'm going to cook dinner. And then I'm going to watch... I'm going to say it, right? Because it comes into my brain. So I'm going to watch... I'm going to do my singing, right? I'm going to watch the looting, watch the shooting. Dun, 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 dun. Remember that song? What, Santana? He goes, watch the looting, watch the shooting. What's that? Da 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 da. Wanna look up in the sky. Da 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 da. I can't play the song because YouTube will give me a copyright. And then he's like, "Orate, mama chula, mama chula." But I was just thinking of watch the looting, watch the shooting. So what I'm saying, I was going to watch maybe the news programs and watch the looting and the shooting. Or see? Who knows? I don't know what is that the narrative today? I haven't watched. I know that there was some Senate hearings today, so I don't know if it's Senate hearings today. Is there still looting and shooting today? Or is it Senate hearings today? I don't know. Frank, can I make the watch list shorter? Nope. I ain't doing it. I can. I've already been talking for, I don't know, hour and 15. I know you're joking, but I could definitely make the watch list shorter, but then you won't have the entertainment. You won't hear me singing Santana. You won't hear me talking about face masks and Fauci. Oh, that's another one, guys, right? I've been seeing the memes coming around. I've been seeing people saying, where's Fauci? I wonder what Fauci's thinking, right? How come Fauci's not on the news telling people, hey, protesters, you shouldn't be protesting because you're not social distancing. But then if Fauci got on the news and started saying don't do that, then guess what? The people that love Fauci would be pissed at Fauci for telling him they should be social distancing. So I don't know. Where is he? Where is Fauci? So somebody posted, where's Fauci? And I posted a comment and I said, protesting, question mark. So I don't know. Maybe he's protesting. Maybe he's undercover. We don't know, right? What if Fauci was out there protesting and he's wearing a mask? Because legally now, you can go out. Guys, did you know? I mean, I don't mean to be a dick, but I'll be a dick for a minute. I'm only 2.5 hour drive from New York City. They're saying, I'm not saying this, I see on the news right now, there's headlines right now, over 500 people have gotten arrested in New York City for looting, right? They said almost all of them are going to be let out of jail because of the new bail reform laws. So my logic brain just thinks and says, wait a second, I could actually go down to New York City, break curfew, loot a building, steal shit, and they're going to get me out of jail. So maybe I'll go pick a nice, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to, what do I like for? ASOS. I wonder if there's an ASOS store in New York City. I think there's an ASOS in New York City. I might go down. I got a ton of masks. I got a lot of masks right now. I got the black one too. I got the black one that looks like my Bane mask. I got a black mask. I got black hoodies. I got a lot of hoodies. I might just dress up, go down to New York City, loot a bunch of stuff from ASOS, and they're going to let me out of jail because of the bail reform laws. It's a win-win. So I can go break in. I could go break in wherever I want. And they're going to let me out of jail. That's a great deal. I mean, you could say, you're such a jerk. You're such a dick. It's not my fault. They're telling me I'm on the news. If I basically don't loot, but if you do loot and we put you in jail in New York City, we're going to let you out. So why not loot? Makes sense to me. You want some extra small, Angel? I mean, it's a great deal. I saw people breaking in New York City. They were stealing, I don't know what luxury car it was. I don't know if it was an Aston Martin or Maserati. They're stealing shit. I think I saw something like, I think they drove a car. I don't know if it was in Florida or, in California or New York City. I think someone actually smashed the window and drove the car out. Now, what happens if that's in New York City? Can I go steal an Aston Martin or something out of a showroom, leave, and then they're going to let me out of jail? That's a pretty great freaking deal. The problem is I might not be able to keep the car. That would kind of suck, right? So that's why I go for clothes. I won't go for the cars. I'll go break into ASOS, steal the clothes I want, and they're going to get me out of jail. That's a great deal. You know? How about the clothes, though? So here's what I do. Maybe I'd bring a friend, steal the clothes. If I get... Yeah, that's a good point. But it's worth the risk, right? So risk reward. If they take the shit, okay, great. They take it from me. They let me out. I'm good to go. But if I get away with it, I win. So if I get away with the clothes, I win. I get to keep them. If they catch me, they steal it, but I'm out of jail and I'm fine. So really, it's actually kind of worth the... That's a good, if you're talking risk-reward ratio, that's great risk-reward ratio, right? Curfew. Break into stuff during curfew, steal it, take it. You might get away. It's nighttime. I can wear a mask legally and get away with it. But if I get caught, they've told... That's a stupid thing. You don't tell people on the news everybody's getting out. They kind of ruin the cover on it. They're telling you all the people are getting let out because of jail laws. Now, if you didn't tell me you were going to let people out, right, now I'm going to be more nervous because I don't want to get arrested. But they're telling me right on the news, the 500 people, they're all getting let out. Anybody? Bueller? So I don't know. Maybe Fauci's out there looting. I don't know. He could be. All right, what is this? I'll probably piss somebody off today on YouTube. All right, maybe I'll put... Don't want to put... 1513 with resistance up to $16. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders-ish. Yeah, kind of. Maybe I'll put this one on. I hear the delivery truck driver outside, so I don't know what. And here's a perfect example. I can hear the delivery truck driver. I have not lots. I've gotten some lately. I actually have more ASOS orders, so I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot because I've been buying my clothes on ASOS online. I have several orders. I just got 2 or 3 packages from, I think, what do I have? A couple more orders to come through? I have a couple more from ASOS. Where else I got clothes? I got other stuff from coming. I'm an idiot. I just spent a few $100s on ASOS in the past couple weeks when I could have just drove to New York City and stole it and got out of jail if I got caught. That's a freaking great idea. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't be buying the clothes. I should just go steal them. Or maybe I'll just go to my local town. I could do that. I can go to the mall. I'll just steal it. I'll go to Urban Outfitters in the mall and steal it. And what are they going to do? They're going to arrest me and they're going to... I don't know Connecticut's bail law, so I don't know if they'll keep me in jail or not. But I'll just say, hey, New York lets me out of jail free. You should let me out of jail too. It's a win-win. This stream went off the rails. Inverse head and shoulders on 1 hour. Watch for possible break above $15 with resistance around $16. So kind of an inverse head and shoulders ish. I want to see if it could break above that 15.13 with resistance around 16. I'm going to change that to 15.13. All right. Oh! Guys. All right, I'm going to get in really big trouble for this one. All of that time that I spent on that, and guess what the stock symbol is for this one? Cuck. K-U-K. My mind is brilliant. You can say, what does that got to do? Well, guys, there is a term out there, cuck. I don't know what that means. Like, I think it's a derogatory term. So you can say, why am I laughing? Well, guys, I did post a video last night. Speaking of potential cuck, I gotta play a funny video for you guys. This is great. Is that... Where is it? Oh, come on. Where is it? I posted it last night. Dan, did Dan delete it? Ah, here we go. All right, guys. This video is great. Speaking of cuck. Anybody know what the word of cuck is? What cuck means? I'll probably get in trouble for... Do your... Let's see what cuck means. What does cuck... Uh-oh. I hope it doesn't pull up something derogatory. Oh. Oh. Okay, there's a couple of them. A cuck is a weak or servile man, often used as a contemptuous term for a man with moderate or progressive political views. Or a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful, a cuckold. All right. I think there's many different terminologies. So maybe something, I don't want to get in trouble, but some people might think I'm a cuck, right? Some people might think, hey, you dress like a hipster and you talk kind of effeminate at times, so maybe people think I'm a cuck. I don't think I'm a cuck, but this is really funny. You got to watch this video, and I'm going to play it. This video I'm going to play once. Okay, I'm going to play this video once. The first time, and I want you to take in the video the first time. And then I want to see if you guys catch the most brilliant part of it as to why I would say maybe cuck. I don't know. Maybe he's a cuck. Maybe some people might call him a cuck. I'm going to play the first time, and then we're going to play the second time. Ready?
Why are you on We're on your side! We're on your side!
Holy shit!
We're on your side! We're on your fucking side! What the fuck?
Okay. Did you guys see it? Did you see it?
Why are you on We're on your side! We're on your side!
Holy shit!
We're on your side! We're on your fucking side! What the fuck?
Watch. Okay. I'm going to give you a hint. The reason why I want to draw your attention... There's so many things about that video that are just epic. But within the first 5 seconds, there's something that... It took me a couple times of watching this video that complete me. Then it hit me, and I was like, maybe the word cock. I don't know. I don't know the definition. Watch it again. Ready now. Did you guys see it? He gave a thumbs up after the first rock missed his house. So this guy is filming, right? He's filming these guys. He gave a thumbs up after a rock just missed his window. Then he flips out after 2 rocks come in his window. Watch. This is the irony of this is amazing. Watch. Watch this. Ready? Boom! Thumbs up. He gave a guy luck. Boom! Thumbs up. I mean, he does? They use that video? I mean, guys, I saw that, and that whole video cracked me up, but I didn't see the irony of it until he literally gives the thumbs up after the rock hits his window. Thumbs up. Like, I would have been like, dude, what the what's up? I wouldn't have given a thumbs up. I'd be like, dude, what's up then? He gives him a thumbs up after the rock hits like his house. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I think it's funny. Some of you guys will hate it and probably quit, and other you guys will think it's funny. I think it's brilliant, but I got a kick out of that video. That was good. Pfizer. All right, I'm gonna try to get a couple large caps, and then I'm done. I'm done with this watch list. Well, possible cup and handle. It could be moving to fill up into that gap, actually. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We actually might put Pfizer on. Good potential eye. Still kind of bare flagging, but again, it may have some potential to move up. Let's look at, well, yeah, it's so, I'm not a huge fan of these type, but I'm going to put it on because it's got some potential. Watch for possible continuation upwards with resistance at daily MA lines. So this is not my style typically, but again, it's got some room to run. You can just see it's got some resistance up to that. You know what I mean? There is a daily gap, which is inside of the gap. Let me see. Watch for at daily MA lines in gap. It's a gap on the daily. Cedric, you laughing? Right? That was amazing. I pull up after all. What are you guys saying here? Woo, sheesh. Up. Farouk says he did not see the first throw. He was into recording the video. That's fair. So he didn't see the first. So the timing was up. You didn't see it, but you could hear it, right? If you go back, I mean, I'm sorry, I got to play it again because it's a great video. But if you go back and you watch, you got to listen. Right? The listening. Boom! He heard it. So what did he think? The guy knocked out his window? Why would you get a thumb? What? What the heck? Not that. Alright, I'm filming. Camera. Boom! What the heck, dude? And guess what? Guess what? I might start doing this too. I might go to New York City and start throwing rocks in people's houses. Because guess what? It's fun. There's so much stuff, fun stuff I could do. I always try to be the guy that follows the rules, guys. I try to follow the rules. But now's the time I actually could decide in my life I don't want to follow rules. I could just go to New York City and not follow rules. Whatever. This is kind of a good idea. A lot of clothes. What else can I get? You know? Just gotta... I don't even know if you have to wear a mask. I could probably do it without wearing a mask and be fine. Because I see a lot of people, they're not wearing masks. And that's where Fauci, who the heck knows? I don't know what Fauci's doing. He might... Could you imagine that, guys? If Fauci... Could you imagine, just think about it for a moment. The moment Fauci comes back, right? He's on the news. And someone asks him, hey, Dr. Fauci, what do you think about people protesting and the lack of social distancing? Could you imagine if he even hinted that that wasn't a good thing because of social distancing? They'd call him a racist. So he'd be a hero for 2 months. And then the moment he just says, hey, there's something wrong with that with social distancing, he might be Fauci, the god, might be a racist the next second because he's criticizing him. So I don't know. He's on the low. I don't know. That'd be crazy. All right, guys, I'm probably going to end this stream now. That was enough. So lucky that didn't scone or don't. Yeah. That's the other thing. I got to play this one more time because this was another brilliance of this video. Another thing, you said domes, meaning head. Think, like, there was something else that I caught at the very... There's so many things about this video that was amazing. Watch the end of the video, which is classic, right? So one more time, watch the end of the video because there's another thing that made me think, oh my God, this is amazing. Ready?
Why are you...
Smashed window number one.
We're on your side! We're on your side!
Number two.
Holy shit!
Watch this kid.
We're on your side! We're on your fucking side! What the fuck?
Do you guys see the irony? Perfect, right? So the first guy gives a thumbs up, the whole thing, right? That's the irony there, right? You look at that window, my logical brain says, I see two rocks or something came in and destroyed both windows. Now, first of all, their aim for both, whoever threw those rocks, they're unbelievable. They should be a pitcher. The irony is, do you guys see after they come through too perfectly right in those windows, he puts his head up towards the windows. Like you're saying, G-Trade says, lucky you didn't get hit in the head. The guy's so stupid, he puts his head up to the window to say, what are you doing after two rocks go into both simultaneous windows? This video is amazing. I love it. I think it's amazing. So... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, no, because last night was a great night for videos, or past two nights. I gotta play this video now for you guys too. If you guys didn't see this video, this one's to a whole other level, and I think I might. This is what I'm saying, guys. I might have to go to New York to do this one. Look at this video. This one's epic. Watch. Just watch this.
Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
Watch this. Guys, you see that? I could go to New York, maybe not New York City because it might be more difficult, but maybe if I manage to get around the cops in a forklift, if I could drive a forklift around the cops, I could maybe take out a Best Buy like that in a forklift. Who can say that they took out a Best Buy with a forklift in their lifetime? That's unbelievable. I don't know where that is. Now, what if that's New York State, though? If that's New York State, that might work. So what if I go to Rochester tonight and I get a forklift, not in the city? I go to Albany. I'll go to Albany, New York. Best Buy is probably boarded up and shut down. I could go rent a forklift. Nobody probably thinks to whatever. Everybody's distracted. I could go to a forklift and take out Best Buy and get some big screen TVs. And then I'm going to get let out of jail. That's great. That's a great deal. So those are a couple videos for you guys. That's what I got for you. Yeah, those cement barriers aren't, I mean, that's a forklift, guys. That's next level, guy. I ain't gonna, I mean, props. Like, I mean, that's unbelievable. You have, say what you want. That takes, you want to talk about balls. That person got a forklift and took out a Best Buy. That's next level. That's just next level stuff, guys. That's unbelievable. I mean, what do you, that's epic. I mean, unbelievable. All right. I think I'm officially done with this video.